Ministry in a Minute is a devotional presentation of the Crossroads School of Ministry. Whatever platform you're on, like, share, subscribe, help us get the word out about the Crossroads School of Ministry. And if you are a ministry leader or church leader or someone called to vocational ministry and you need training, Crossroads School of Ministry can help. Check us out online at crossroadsom.org, the Crossroads School of Ministry. Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here with our Wednesday, May 3rd edition of Ministry in a Minute. Listen, we've been moving through this book of Jonah. I told you yesterday in our Ministry in a Minute that we are going to really shift gears into more ministry-minded discussions rather than just Bible studies. Of course, we'll be using the scriptures, but we'll really be applying it to how do we do ministry, which I think doesn't just apply to pastors, it applies to everyone, but we want to get much more application-oriented in how we discuss the scriptures. And Jonah chapter 4 is a perfect jump off for that into kind of our new direction. And as we move through chapter 4, we talked about the fact that, it's really got to be kind of done God's way, and it's got to be God's plan and God's timing. And we said that Jonah was angry when he came out of this beautiful, he ran from God. He had this connective moment with God, and he did what God said, and there was this incredible success. And then in chapter 4, he's angry with God because presumably God didn't do it his way, or God didn't do what he wanted to do. And God has a very simple reply for him. He says to him, "Have you any right to be angry?" And when you really stop and think about that question, it kind of defines why we put God first. Jonah had no right to be angry because he didn't make the earth. He didn't create the people in his image. And he really wasn't looking at things from God's perspective. And likewise, I think sometimes we get upset when a program doesn't work, or we get upset when something that we had our heart set on doesn't happen, whether it be in the church or in our day-to-day lives. Stop. Stop and ask yourself, do I have any right to really be upset? Now, there are times that we will have something really takes away from the kingdom, and we can maybe have a little bit of righteous indignation until God sets us straight. But for the most part, it's not ours, it's God's. Your money belongs to God, your family belongs to God, your time belongs to God, and our church belongs to God. And so if we're really letting God do the ministry, and we're letting him be in charge, and we're watching him work, our job is to just do what we're told. It is, the Apostle Paul said, Apollos, some of you follow Apollos, some of you follow Paul. Apollos waters, Apollos plants, Paul waters. God provides the increase. It's not up to us. Let God be God. Know your role, do what you're called to do, and watch him work. All right, tonight, 6 o'clock, we'll have our lengthy study. We'll go through all of Jonah chapter 4, and then again next week we're going to hit the ground rolling. Much more ministry-minded things in the coming weeks.